Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Got bass here.
Ba 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 ba.
Saint Victor's not here. Bear Taffy took his place. I added another syllable like he did too.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, I
you did.
liked it. You kind of went like Cookie Monster, which I think,
Me like Saint Victor. Me eat Saint Victor.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say it added another lore level of I thought that maybe you ate Sinvicta, but now we've established that definitely happened.
Well, I mean, the song's still going. You haven't done the bup 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 bup.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Here's Coach Crendor now. This is why.
Yeah, this is what you get with a backup quarterback.
I'm sorry, man. I did what I could.
That's all right. Welcome to the show of Sinvicta. Will probably be here in like 15 minutes or something. Just in time for talking about the Buccaneers or something. He'll be happy. But hey, it was week 7 done. That was week 7, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think. Yep, you're right.
So a lot of fun games, man. Great fun games. First, we'll take a look a little bit of news going around. Antonio Brown has officially signed with the Buccaneers. Before Sinvicta gets here to tell us about his feelings, how do you guys feel?
It just seems so unnecessary to me. Like, they've already got an incredible receiving core. Not that they're like at full health right now, obviously. I think maybe that's the biggest reason why is that 2 of their best players at that position are injured. But yeah, I mean, it's sort of still like too many mouths to feed, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Tom Brady, you guys read the news stories, right? As Tom Brady was banging on the table, like, get Antonio Brown here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I mean, what I will say is if Antonio Brown doesn't, destroy the Buccaneers facility and like make it fall into a sinkhole or something, then
smacks him in the face with his dick, let's just like hypothetically.
Yeah, but if none of those things happen, then this is probably like the best receiving core in like a long time.
Probably, yeah. Especially with Gronk actually starting to get good again.
Yeah. Like Gronk, AB, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and they have other
Miller, right? Scotty Miller, I want to say is
something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they have a lot of weapons.
Yeah, so I mean that would be like it would be pretty monumental.
Yeah,
but
but you also run the risk of Antonio Brown.
Yes.
that's the big one because you might get a few weeks in and then he starts being like, yo, I'm not getting the ball enough, or maybe he's like, hey, I'm gonna punch Chris Godwin in the face because he said something rude, or I don't know.
It's so weird because Tom had 1 game with him, right?
Yeah, and that was enough for him to feel this passionate about it. That says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a pretty I shouldn't say low risk, high reward because, like you said, he could burn their building down. Literally do that just
it's very
out of nowhere. But it still could be like the piece they needed for their offense to win the NFC.
Maybe. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing pretty well without him, though. So that's that. Also, other big wide receiver news: the Ravens are signing Dez Bryant to the practice squad.
Oh, it's so weird. The practice squad rules now.
It really is. Yeah. The thing is, like, even just hearing Dez Bryant, like your mind kind of thinks back to when he was good, and you're like, wow, he wasn't playing, and then you realize, like, oh yeah, he's old and not great anymore, but maybe he is. I don't know.
He's not that old is the thing. It's just like he's had some weird years.
Yeah.
He's 31. Yeah, I mean, like he's on the tail end as far as like, wide receivers are concerned. But I mean, with Derek Carr especially,
I
feel like he could do do good things.
Well, no, it's the Ravens, Rob.
Oh, Ravens. Oh,
Yeah.
well then, yeah, definitely with them, he could do some good things
Yeah.
because he doesn't need to break 1,000 yards.
Yeah. He's just got to be open when Lamar Jackson isn't running. Or even
And
when
he's
he
a good. Well, unless I'm wrong, I think he's known to be a good blocker.
That is good, yeah.
Yeah, if I'm right about that, I don't know.
My biggest expectation is that neither of these players are going to contribute to their teams in any meaningful way.
Probably true. Yeah.
It is very possible. But, you know, we'll see.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That
Yeah.
should be your thing. You should do that more.
Yeah. Basically, be,
Like-
what are you? You're like Alpha 5 from Power Rangers.
Yeah. So that's fun. And then trade. The Cowboys have traded defensive end Everson Griffin to the Lions for a 6th round pick.
Don't know who that is, but okay, good for them.
Everson Griffin, I believe he used to be with the Vikings. That's the only reason I know who he is from playing against them. Yeah, he's 32 years old. And he played with Minnesota every year until this year. And where's his sacks? Defense, he had pretty decent. Like in 2014, he had 12 sacks. 2015, he had 10. 2017, he had 13. But since then, he's had 5.5, 8, and 2.5.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like a little business trade, but that's good. I mean, that's a good way to pick up accrue some extra picks. You know, you could get that extra 6th round pick, maybe move you up a spot in the 2nd round or the 3rd round or something.
Yeah. Plus, it's just one of those things where Lions are probably like, hey, you know what? We need all the help we can get. Try to make a run for a wild card spot or something. And the Cowboys are.
Yep.
We'll get to them.
Yeah.
So let's open things up with an unbelievable game. The Thursday
my
night
fantasy
thriller.
football on Sunday, it was horrible. All of my players underperformed and all of his overperformed. It was just the worst.
Yeah.
Sorry,
actually,
go on.
Oh, wait, did you two play each other?
No.
No.
My team very underperformed as well.
I had OBJ IR 0 points.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz 0 points. IR. I think I could have stopped the Zach Ertz situation.
Yeah.
Chase Claypool -0.20. I picked up the Seattle defense. It got me 0 points.
That's
Oh, yeah. Kyler Murray went off, man.
I
did.
wish.
Well,
And fucking Pat Mahomes got 11. Anyway, yeah, we could go on.
me and Bear traded our 1st round picks.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Picked
That's
up
pretty
Zeke.
cool.
I gave him Zeke. I get Mike Evans. I really, was the trade worth it? I mean, now I have a running back slot open, so it's not good. But at the same time, I
Mike Evans.
have Mike Evans, and I really didn't want to root for the Cowboys and be like, here we go, Zeke. Up, he fumbled twice. Here we go, Zeke. Nope. Oh, yeah, they don't have an offensive line or a quarterback or defense. All right.
Yeah.
So, if it works out for you, have fun. But I'd rather risk my future on Mike Evans with the Tom Brady bunch. So yeah. So we had the Thursday night thriller, the NFC East matchup of the ages, the Giants and the Eagles.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
This is-
baby.
What a game.
This was first thing that comes to your mind when you see this game. It's got to be the Daniel Jones run.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That's right. I knew there was some reason we were excited about this.
Yep. Daniel Jones sprinting, looking like Lamar Jackson out there going the distance, and then
legitimately, like honestly, he was really fast.
he was, and then he fell over.
He was too fast.
He
Yeah.
went too fast, honestly.
He was faster than his own feet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that I saw a tweet. I don't know if it's true or not, but it was like that was the 5th fastest run in the league this year or something. And he was at like 21 miles an hour or something like that. I don't know if it's true, but it would be fucking hilarious if it were.
He had a wide open lane, dude. Like, room to run forever, and he did.
He was legitimately outrunning people on that run too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then he fell.
Then he fell over.
He even fell on his face. It was funny. Everyone laughed at him. He could have scored a touchdown. They could have won the game.
And if any of you are feeling bad at home, I want you to know he gets millions of dollars every year.
Yeah, that is true.
Guaranteed, because he was in the first round, too.
Yep, but he does have to play with the Giants.
Also true, yeah, that's pretty rough. Although probably not after this year.
Yeah, they'll probably get rid of him.
Yeah.
And that's probably for the best for him, honestly.
Yeah.
But overall, both teams look bad. The Eagles look very bad. Like, even Carson Wentz, again, 25, 43, 359, 2 TDs and a pick. He's right there in the middle.
He's looking not great. Yeah, I mean, his current stats are 10 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, the old Jameis Winston special.
Yep. And he just their receiving core was led by Richard Rodgers, ex-Packer, 85 yards, 6 catches, and Travis Fulgham, who I picked up in fantasy, 73 yards.
Oh, nice.
5 catches. He's actually becoming a pretty solid receiver, which makes me mad because he was on the Packers practice squad like last year.
Yeah. Oh no, the highlights just got to the Daniel Jones run.
Oh boy,
it's so sad.
The Eagles running game, 46 yards of 12 carries for Boston Scott, and the Giants had 34 yards on 10 carries for Wayne Gallman, and then Daniel Jones with the 92 on 4, but a lot of those.
So weird seeing on the stats screen when I pulled it up on my phone. Like, what the hell? How did he 2 yards rushing?
23 average yards per carry. Good.
He's running for so many yards. Just let him run.
Mm-hmm.
So these teams are not good.
Yep.
And it's not fun to watch. Well, actually, it wasn't that bad to watch when they play each other.
It's actually pretty fun, yeah, actually.
Yeah, when the NFC East plays each other, it's actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
But just don't let them play anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't let that happen.
Did people shit on the AFC East for being a shitty division? The NFC East, that's real shitty division.
Well, the whole East.
Yeah, the whole East.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
I don't know what it is, but the East just... Nobody likes being on the East.
Yeah. I feel that.
We might as well just jump to the other game then. There was an East game, which was the Bills-Jets.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So this one was crazy because the Jets were winning.
They were kind of.
They were up 10-0.
In a sense, yeah.
No, literally, they were up 10-0.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but it was
inevitable.
And it was a touchdown and a field goal, and then they beat us with how many? What was it?
They kicked 8
field
goals,
but
they only made 6.
I've watched this exact game between the Jets and the Bills probably 20 times. So it's nothing new. But hey, we're one step closer to the first overall pick.
That's
well
true.
done.
Yeah. Although, what really sucks about this hell season and world is that if we win even one game, we shoot back like 5 spots. So.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah,
then you can go back to picking 6th or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
I fully expect that after this season, we're probably going to get the 6th overall pick. Like, it's going to happen again.
We tried to do it last time, but who are you going to beat?
I don't think that we're gonna have a win. Like, I don't know who. Like, we couldn't do it against the Dolphins with Brett Rippon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not the Dolphins. The Broncos, rather.
Now, hear me out. But Monday Night Football, Patriots Jets.
Oh man, you know what? We do suck now. So
yeah, imagine if the Patriots are the team to screw over the Jets by
that would be pretty great.
That seems like something Bill would do.
Bill's
on purpose.
just like, let him win.
That's like my W for this year, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh, Bill hates the Jets enough.
And then Adam Gase will be like, look, we did it. We won a game. Oh my god. I hope that happens.
I'm just saying it, by the way. Like I've been saying it for a while now, but everybody expects that we're gonna fire him at the end of the year. I don't see why everyone's so sure about that. I think it's entirely possible Adam Gase is coming back in for a third year. Maybe Trevor Lawrence is first. That'll be fun.
I mean, they gave the Browns coach whose name I forgot 3 seasons,
Jackson,
right?
yeah.
Hugh Jackson, yeah.
Todd Bowles too. I mean, he got a whole lame duck season too, where it was just like, yeah, after 2, we knew it wasn't going to do anything, but they let him go, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do it here because he's still got a contract, and the Johnsons care only about money. There seems to be an assumption that like now we're gonna build around a new guy and whatever, but like why? The main common denominator, the Johnsons, are still the same. Like they only care about making money, and they can do that whether the Jets win or lose. So why would they do anything about this situation? I mean, even if they do, why would they do anything other than hire a Adam Gase level coach? A bargain bin level coach that they can pay almost nothing. Because again, it doesn't matter whether they win or lose. People still pay them millions of dollars because they live in New York.
That is true. Oh, I'm getting a phone call, so keep ranting about the Jets for like another minute.
Okay. And Adam Gase, you know what? He smells funny.
No, don't say that, Rob. You can't go that far.
He does. I smelled him once, and he smelled like stinky doo-doo garbage.
What kind of garbage specifically? Like,
it was like baby's diapers.
No, that's bad. That's real bad.
Really bad. He's a stinky man. Yeah.
Adam Gase smells like stinky baby doo-doo diapers. You heard it here first on the Three Guys in a Bear Football podcast that's specifically about American football.
Look, it's just the science of it. I'm not here to argue with science, I'm here to tell you the truth. And the truth is Adam Gase, doo-doo garbage, indiscernible. Frankly. No, but I mean, like, again, for real though, like, I don't know if Gase is going to be gone next year.
Yeah, I don't think
that terrifies me.
I think you're pretty astute in your assessment there. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they are willing to just ride the lightning with him for more than 1 year beyond this.
Could be, yeah. I mean, who knows? We might get one win, and then fucking Chris Johnson comes out in a press conference and is like, we always knew he had something. I think we should give him another shot.
I think we found it. I think we knew that he had one win out of the 16 available to him.
Yeah. I can definitely see that happening. It is the Jets. So, And I don't know. There's also, like, I think there's been a carbon monoxide leak at the Jets subreddit because like people are like, oh man, Joe Douglas, the brilliant fucking GM mind, the 0-7 fucking Jets, and everybody's like, Joe Douglas, he's doing a good job. Like, is he? Are you sure about that? All right, I don't know.
All right, we're done with the Jets now.
Hey, good.
All right, yeah, thank God. So we had the Saints and the Panthers.
Yeah.
Did you see Teddy Bridgewater like sat down with the Saints quarterbacks on their bench and was like, "Hey."
Oh no!
Oh, that's cool.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, and they're just like, "Hey, it's Teddy," and everybody's like, "Hey, Teddy," which is, it's weird seeing like division rivals have a quarterback that they like a lot on the other team.
Everyone loves Teddy Bridgewater, man. He's just a nice guy.
Yeah, and
he's doing well too. I'm happy for him.
He's doing great. He went 23 of 28, 254 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they had no running
game.
Did that
all with like the absence of the ground game. Yeah.
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 And I mean, once they get McCaffrey back, like, woo, I think the Panthers are going to make they'll make a push.
they had him back for like a week. What happened? Did he get re-injured or something?
No. He's been on IR.
Oh, I thought
he hasn't played for like 5 weeks or something like that.
Okay, fair enough.
But as of a few hours ago, they have designated him to return.
Oh,
really?
Shit.
Yeah, but he is a long shot to play because they play Thursday. But they're saying they haven't ruled him out yet, though. So I mean, who knows?
I mean, the season's not over for the Panthers either. I mean, they're only 3-4. Like,
yeah, no, they're actually in great position.
Yeah. They shouldn't like push him though. They should definitely wait.
Not.
Oh no, yeah.
On
Plus,
a year like this,
the Saints have a really good run defense, which is part of the reason they probably didn't run very often. They had DJ Moore, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns. Robbie Anderson, 74 yards. They've got pretty decent receivers with those two, and then Curtis Samuel. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Their defense,
Robbie Anderson having a good year with the Panthers. I'm happy for him.
And then on the other side, Drew Brees, 29 of 36, 287, 2 TDs.
Yeah.
Drew Brees
Damn good game from Drew.
Yeah. And he's not even throwing to Michael Thomas. He's throwing to Marquez Callaway. And
Alvin Kamara, to be fair.
And Alvin Kamara, who's insane. And then Traquan Smith, Jared Cooks. Yeah, I mean, he's getting the ball all over. Saints are, you know what you're getting from the Saints. They're going to be there.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's the Saints until they lose Drew Brees.
Which maybe this year?
I don't know.
Maybe next year? Who knows?
It could be. He definitely can't throw the ball as far. That's for sure.
And he's up. I mean, he's Jesus Christ. He's 41 himself.
Wow, yeah.
He's probably going to be done after this year.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I actually thought he was sub 4. I thought he was like the same age as Rivers, but he's like he's already past 40. That's already a Herculean feat. It's just like normal because Tom is doing it, but like
even what Tom is doing now is fucking absurd. Like
how
old is he now? I don't even know.
It's like 43, 42.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
43. He's gonna be playing until he's 45.
Oh yeah,
it's some old school football shit. I mean, that's like stuff you read about QBs doing in the 1940s. Is like playing until 45. There was the, I think, what was it? There was like the old Giants QB played until he was like 45, and maybe Johnny Unitas played when he was like real old.
Yeah,
but hasn't been a thing in a long time.
How old was Peyton Manning?
I think he's 44.
So,
it's like it's nuts that Tom is normalizing this so much because what Tom is doing is out of this world, man. Like he's having a great year. Yeah. Like a really good season.
He is. Yeah. It is actually like legitimately wild that they can. I mean, and you got to wonder like how much that like what is that mostly like the passing rules of the QBs not getting hit as much, or is it that like or is it just a mix of both of that and the offensive game being played more, standing back in the pocket, throwing a 5 wides or something, you know?
I mean, they're definitely doing more, like faster passes, like quicker passes, get the ball out, don't sit in the pocket as long. It's either you have that or you have a mobile quarterback that just runs around. So I think the NFL knows like the quarterback of the team is kind of like the face of the team. And so you want to protect the face of the team because you're protecting the money.
Pretty much,
if they go down, it's like, all right, well, here comes Aaron Rodgers is gone. Here comes Tim Boyle. Ready for Boyle time, everybody? All right.
Did somebody say money?
Yeah.
Wait, you need money to be here?
No, I just like money. Money's cool.
Yeah, I like money too.
Involved in this show?
Oh no.
The money we made went to pay for the SoundCloud yearly SoundCloud stay up there thing. So that's yay. But soon we're gonna be profiting. Oh, yeah, people want us to make a Patreon. They say it every week in the comments. Like, make a Patreon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd be down to do that.
I can't invent an entire system for donating to independent creatives on my own, okay? I can't just make Patreon happen. I think I'm capable of comments.
It'd be pretty cool if you were, though. Right?
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll think about that. Probably get one rolling. So yeah, where was I? Peyton Manning football.
Apollo.
Football. Have you guys started yet, by the way?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, I was just making sure.
We're doing a
This is what it sounds
podcast.
like.
I'm trying to I'm trying to jump in, be like, make sure. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Peyton Manning, football.
It's like purposefully unprofessional that people like this, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I hope.
No, yeah.
I mean,
I think
we've been
the less professional it is, the better. In fact,
Right.
we should
Oh,
probably
yeah.
just stop talking for about a
Let's
minute and
just
a
do
half
some
for no
belches,
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that instead.
I mean, I literally walked away and told Rob to talk about the Jets for a minute.
Yeah, he took a phone call earlier.
So, then we had the Browns and the Bengals. And you know
Fucking
what?
Close game.
Yeah,
It was
really
a
good.
close game. Baker Mayfield with a broken rib. I don't know what he's got. Went 22 of 28, 297, 5 touchdowns and a pick. 5.
He completed like 21 straight or something at the end, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he opened the game 0 for 5 with a pick, and then he just went on a tear.
Yeah. That's nuts.
It is Rashard Higgins, 110 yards, leading receiver. Harrison Bryant, 2 touchdowns. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Donovan the Peoples Jones got a touchdown, 56 yards. Jarvis Landry, 48 yards. And Odell Beckham Jr. tore his ACL. But at this rate, it doesn't even look like they need him. Which, it sucks for him, but I mean, it's good for the Browns because they can keep doing well.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, Browns, man. Browns. You guys didn't have faith?
Who the hell was Rashard Higgins, too?
Look, it came down to the literal last play of the game. All right.
But you
That's
gotta
true.
have faith in Baker. Shaking Baker Mayfield. You know?
Rashard Higgins. Yeah, I'm trying to
He's
find
been on
him.
the Browns for like a few years, but
3
apparently
now.
just now is getting a feature role.
Oh,
Only had 1 catch in the last couple games.
damn.
Out of nowhere, goes off for 110.
Oh.
That is pretty
Maybe,
crazy.
I mean, it was just a matchup in that game type of situation. Could have been.
Yeah, that's possible. Sometimes that's what happens. You just get a mismatch. Everyone's like, dude, this guy's great. And then the next week, they plan for him, and he's not great.
Yeah.
But on the other side, Joe Burrow, 35, 47, 406 yards, 3 TDs, and a pick. And this is like...
Get that man a team. Somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody get that man a team.
I mean, next year, I feel like.
Yeah, I
Honestly.
mean, looking at the receiver, they have decent receivers. They got Tyler Boyd, AJ Green, T. Higgins, which is all the people he's throwing to. Giovanni Bernard is I think 100 years old at this point as well. Which,
Yeah.
AJ Green, 100 years
dude,
old at this
28.
point.
Hold on a second. Giovanni Bernard's only 28. What the
wait,
fuck?
what?
Is he only 28? Okay. Also, his picture on NFL.com makes him look like he's from Lethal Weapon, which is incredible.
Oh my God, it does.
Very into it.
Yeah, AJ Green's 32.
Wow.
Yeah, no, AJ's he's on the way out, I feel like, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Giovanni, I feel like that shocks me. I feel like he's been in the league for so much longer than that.
me
Yeah.
too, actually.
He's been since 2013. Yeah, I could have sworn he's been in for 10 years or something.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like that with running backs. I mean, his career is probably almost over. In fairness,
Not to mention we say that every player is old, so I guess that's just
yeah, yeah. I'm older than him.
Yeah, we're older
Yeah.
than most of the people we call old.
That is kind of insane. You ever remember that? When you're in school and then you're like, dude, now I'm as old as the players getting drafted. This is crazy.
Yeah, man.
And then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, now they're all my age. And then you're like, now they're all younger. And then-
No.
Now they're all millionaires.
Now they were all born in the year 2000. Oh, fuck.
oh my God. Anyway, that was a crazy game, and the Browns won it.
We're
but
dying
we sure are.
every day.
And you know what? 2 used to be joke franchises now looking like they got some futures. So that's pretty
Dude.
cool.
Apollo, I'd be a little worried, frankly, because the 3 other teams in your division seem like they have good QBs now as well. And
I mean,
Ben Roethlisberger is Methuselah.
Yeah, I know Ben's on. He's on the way out, but like, I don't know. It's scary because I don't think I've ever been through a process like this for a team. Like I was very young when it was the Cordell Stewart years and the I don't even know who else.
Oh yeah, Cordell Stewart.
Yeah.
Charlie Batch.
Charlie Batch.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a great last game. Did you guys ever see that game against the Ravens?
I don't.
It was his final game, I think, and he won because Ben was injured. It was dope.
Oh damn! Yeah. Oh my God, they had Tommy Maddox.
Oh yeah,
Tommy Maddox.
Yeah, it feels like it's been forever since any of those names have been said. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The Steelers are that management though. I feel like if anyone can handle it, they can handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at last year. They played quarterback by committee and still made the playoff.
Yeah. Well, they
I'm
didn't
so
make the
jealous
playoffs,
of
they got
Tomlin.
close. That's right. They didn't make it, but man.
It's a stacked division, though. Stacked division.
It is a stacked division. Speaking of stacked divisions, not the NFC East. The Washington football team beat the Cowboys.
Yes, they did.
5-3.
25-3.
They kicked the shit out of the Cowboys.
They really did. Big story from this game though was the dirty hit on Andy Dalton.
Fuck that guy. Not Andy Dalton. That guy's nice. Fuck the other guy.
Yeah. John
horrible.
Bostic.
That's like one of the worst hits I've seen in a while.
Former Chicago Bear dirty player John Bostic. So that was it was really dirty. Like he was sliding, so he's essentially sliding, giving himself up, like whatever, and he just drills him in the head, knocks him unconscious, and he's like out.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is that none of the Cowboys did anything.
Oof.
They nobody did anything. It happened. They're like, well, he's out.
Yeah, usually you see like teammates run after the guy and
yeah, like there's even with like Harbaugh. Like Harbaugh was fighting people back when that happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and things aren't looking good for the Cowboys this year.
Nope.
They got like no heart, man.
Yeah.
Dak was probably just like the entire whole like soul of that team, you know, and now he's gone and everyone just doesn't seem to give a shit anymore.
It kind of feels like McCarthy ran him into the ground pretty much with I mean Dak was throwing like 60 passes a game
yeah,
for like every game that he was in.
McCarthy was definitely an oopsie. Oopsie.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Man, who could have saw that coming? Travel back to old episodes with me talking about Mike McCarthy. Can you believe that? Oh, if you just go listen to when was it? 2 years ago. Go listen to like our 2 years ago podcast with me talking about Mike McCarthy, and I'm like, just run with Aaron Jones. Stop throwing 50 times a game. We have Aaron Jones, and he's like, well, I think we've ran the football today 5 times. That's a record. Like, all right, neat. So
I mean Zeke Elliott too. I mean only 12 carries in the game.
Yeah.
Zeke's having his own problems this year, though.
Yeah, I think there's actually a reason Zeke's not getting the ball that much.
Well,
can't hold on to it.
The big thing too
he
is
fumbling, right? Yeah.
I think the entire Cowboys offensive line is injured.
Yeah.
That's probably not helping, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got a backup quarterback trying to throw with no offensive line, and then you've got a running back who can't hold on to the ball trying to run with no offensive line, and then you have a defense that's bad having to be gassed on top of being bad, and it's just then you get torched by the football team.
Dude, and so is Washington any good?
No.
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 Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled.
They've got a good defense. I mean, they've had a good
Do not
defense
be
for the past
fooled.
couple of years. It's like, you know, they're just weird and bad, poorly managed.
They're probably the best team in the division, though, right?
They might.
No,
Probably?
I still think it's the Eagles.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know either. This division, man.
Hold on. Have they played each other yet?
I think they.
The Washington beat the Eagles in week 1.
Oh yeah, they did.
I think the football team's probably the best one in the division.
Oh, God,
Which
that's
is
actually not
terrible, dude,
Yeah.
because they
What?
suck.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't let them win the division and they keep the name forever. No.
They
no,
already
no,
said they're
no,
keeping it for next year.
No, no.
I hate it.
I mean, they've
that's
got
pending Dan whatever's tenure.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I mean, he's held on this long.
That is impressive.
They got Chase Young. They got Ronald Darby. They got Jonathan Allen, who's a top draft pick. Kendall Fuller. They got Deron Payne's good. They have Ryan Kerrigan, who's been good a long time. Like, yeah, their defense is actually pretty legit.
Yeah, it's been good for a while. It's just,
Yeah.
The overall the team is just it's run by Dan Snyder.
Yeah. They also had Kyle Allen go 15 of 25, 194 yards, 2 TDs. You know your defense is bad when you're making the football team and Kyle Allen look good.
I mean, he looks pretty decent actually.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
It's better than Haskins.
The Cowboys, it seems they hired some fucking guy off the street named Ben DiNucci. So that's hey, we got an Italian QB. There hasn't been one of
What
those
has he
in a
been?
while.
He's been DiNucci.
Ah.
He's been DiNucci in the whole time.
He's been DiNucci.
And I saw him come in and throw a pass, and he completed it. It looked pretty good, and then he got sacked, and then he had a bad time.
Mamma mia, good for him.
Yeah. Antonio Gibson had 128 yards rushing with a touchdown. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
Terry-
I really wish I hadn't benched him actually in fantasy.
Yeah. That'd be I would just start anyone playing against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin, 90 yards and a touchdown. Logan Thomas, 60 yards and a touchdown. So, I mean, football team crushed it.
Playoff team.
Playoff team.
I mean, one of these teams will be in the playoffs.
That is sad.
Oh,
So,
Any of them is sad. Any of them.
yeah.
yeah, it's going to be, you know what the worst part is? It's going to be like that one time the NFC West was bad and the like Rams or something made the playoffs. Seahawks, yeah. And then
That was beast mode. They beat the Saints.
yeah, that's when Beast Mode beat the Saints. It's going to be some shit like that. They'll be like, Kyle Allen's balling out of his mind out here.
Watch it be Daniel
Threw for
Jones.
758 yards.
Oh my god, dude! What if it's Daniel Jones with the Giants up against Tom Brady and the Bucks? And
Oh God.
It's a Tim
Like,
Tebow moment.
What if they get into the playoffs at like 7-9? So it's not 9-7 like last time. It's 7-9.
I am going to tell you right now, there's no NFC East team that's gotten to 7 wins. It's not going to happen.
You're right. It's
The
gonna be-
math on that is
it's gonna
insane
be
too
winner.
because they play each other twice every year. So like
Yeah.
some of them have to win, like guaranteed. And most of their wins are games that they had to win. How many non-division games is that Division 1? I want to know. I'll look into that. Let me
I
see.
know the
Yeah.
Eagles tied the Bengals. That
Okay,
happened.
The Eagles did tie the Bengals.
Yeah.
Okay, they beat the 49ers.
That's true.
That's one win for them.
Let's
All right, let's see.
see.
Washington
NFC
football team.
East,
Washington
Division
football
conference.
team. No, their only 2 wins are divisional.
Yep.
Let's see. Cowboys. Cowboys have they beat the Giants and the Falcons. So that's another one. The
Yep.
Falcons.
Yeah, there you go.
And who have the Giants beaten? What's their only win?
They beat the
I think it's the divisional win.
Yeah, that was against Washington.
Yeah.
So 2 wins outside of their division right now. Only 2.
Yep.
You
Out
gotta
of
love
the
it.
total of 7 that they have
Jesus.
collectively. Yeah. That's it's a good time over there in the East.
It's a great time.
Isn't it? Wait, so hold on. This year, aren't they doing the extra wild card game too?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So I believe it's like instead of having a 1 and 2 seed get the bye, only the 1 seed gets the bye.
Oh man. So we
And-
might have multiple teams with losing records in the playoffs this year.
No, theoretically, they said this on Sunday night. Theoretically, the entire NFC West can go to the playoffs. Or no, sorry, 3 of them, 3 of the 4 of them. I mean,
Oh yeah.
because
okay.
because it's 2 wild card teams, right?
So it's like as of right now, if it were the playoffs
it
to
3?
start,
No, it's 3.
Yeah,
It's
3.
it used
Then
to
yeah,
be.
theoretically,
No,
all 4
wild
of them could
cards.
go.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
So
whole division. Yeah.
all the division winners have to go in. So that's 4, and then 5, 6, 7. So yeah, you get all 4. So it'd be Eagles. Right now, it'd be Eagles, Seahawks, Packers, Bucks as the division teams. The wild cards would be the Cardinals, the Rams, and the Bears.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Niners are only 1 game back.
Yeah, and the Bears would, God. The Saints would not make the playoffs. The 49ers would not make the playoffs, but the Philadelphia Eagles would make the playoffs.
That's dude. How many teams with winning records are gonna be mad at whoever comes out of that division?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who would
boy.
make it in the AFC? Oh, my God. That means Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Titans, and then it would be Ravens, Browns, and Colts.
Oh.
Interesting.
That would be interesting.
All right. Well, moving on. We had the Packers have their revenge game, and man, was it fun. I liked winning again.
Winning's nice.
Winning is great. Aaron
Oh,
Rodgers.
is it? I don't know what that's like. That sounds fun.
It is, trust me. 23 of 34, 283, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks this week. The Packers didn't even have Bakhtiari, their left tackle. They didn't have Aaron Jones at running back. They didn't have multiple defensive players, and it did not matter. Jamal Williams, 77 yards and a touchdown running. Davante Adams had 13 catches for 196 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Them's a good game.
I bet somebody's wishing they hadn't traded them away in fantasy.
Yeah, hi Bear. Thanks.
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
it's
man,
great.
how's
It
it
would have
going?
been super great if I had Davante Adams and also Aaron Rodgers starting, but unfortunately I traded Davante Adams for Aaron Rodgers. So, congrats on your 400,000 million billion points, Bear.
You did get 187 points in fantasy.
Yeah, it was a pretty
Very
good
high.
week.
That's a lot of points.
I had Tyler Lockett get 53 on his
Oh
own,
my
dude.
God.
It was a fucking ridiculous night.
That's insane. Well, and that was pretty much it. It was the Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams show. The Texans tried to do things, but their offensive line's bad. They get sacked multiple times. They had a 4th down play that got broken up by Preston Smith in the backfield.
Deshaun Watson, man.
Yeah,
Get
watching
that
him,
man a coach and a team.
and he's not
And
even
get him
like.
back. Can they do takesy backsies on the DeAndre Hopkins?
That would be
trade?
pretty cool
That
if they
would
could.
be, yeah. Can you be like nullify it? And I'd be like, hey, whoa.
This
That
is
was
the,
that guy. We got rid of him.
We ended up firing that guy like a week or two later. Can we not do that? Can we have an undo?
Well, he still had 29 of 39, 309 yards, 2 touchdowns. Granted, a lot of that was at the end of the game when they were like more in prevent defense. But I mean, Randall Cobb had 95 yards, Brandon Cook 60 yards. Their defense got shredded. Once they didn't cover Davante Adams, it was over. He was having a field day. And it was great. Back in action, back in the top of the NFC North as it should be. And Aaron Rodgers feeling good. And he's just trying to prove to everybody that it was just a fluke game, and if we play the Buccaneers again, we're going to win. So, moving on.
You say that.
I was waiting for the reaction. Then we had, oh man, this was a great one. The Lions and the Falcons.
It
Did you
actually
see
was.
the tweet I linked? The post I linked earlier.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was.
what?
I'll post that in the description of the video and the SoundCloud and all
I
that.
don't remember where it is, but it was
Posted
like
post and balls.
the Falcons had like a 99.9% chance of winning one game, a 99.6% chance of winning another, and this one was like 98.4 or something.
Oh,
There it is.
95.9, yeah. And they lost all 3 of those games.
I watched this game from start to finish with people over here, and I said I was praying to all deities, of any deities, that I was like, please let them lose off of the Todd Gurley
Oh
accidental
my God.
touchdown, and boy howdy, I
That
was
amazing. I didn't
I
know
was
that
not
happened.
disappointed.
Because I saw the touchdown and I was like, oh, okay, Lions won last second, no big deal. And then when I saw the fucking accidental touchdown, I was like, oh my God, you let that happen.
Dude, that was an immediate flashback to Ahmad Bradshaw in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
The Giants Patriots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when he tried to like turn around and sit down, he's like,
It was perfection, really. I mean, like, we were sitting here, like, I had a group of people at my house watching football, and all of us were like, all right, well, I mean, let's just see how Atlanta messes this one up. Surely that they're going to find a way to snatch the jaws of or the defeat out of the jaws of victory.
Yep.
And man,
They
I've
managed.
never seen a collapse like that in a long time.
What, 2
like
weeks?
that,
2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
2 weeks?
3 weeks.
well, but the thing is to lose to be the makers of your own undoing is the ice cream on the
That's
top of
fair.
the crapsicle.
I mean, it was just
I
like
mean,
they
the
get.
Cowboys game though was that specifically was one of the worst losses I've ever.
Oh
seen.
yeah, no,
yeah.
totally. But I'm just saying that Todd Gurley literally losing the game for
This is
for
just
the
a
Falcons.
creative way to lose.
Man,
Just a very
Falcons,
fun.
by the way. Oh, sorry, go on.
I'm just saying it's a new fun, creative way to lose. They didn't want to blow it like they normally did.
It had the element of surprise. I'll give it that, Coach.
It's just so funny too because like I've been looking at the Falcons subreddit, throughout the weeks and whatnot, and seeing people talk about the Falcons. It's just funny because it's like even before this game, they were still making memes like the Falcons up 64-0 in the fourth quarter, and it's like the sweating,
Oh, the Jordan Peele
Jordan
gif.
Peele, yeah. and it's just like they're right because they just keep doing it. Like how? I'm telling you, it's a curse. They gotta have some kind of curse. The Falcons fans would know it, whatever it is. They know what they did. They ran over somebody.
I don't know. I thought it was the coach. It's not the coach. I think it is. It's a curse on the team.
It's gotta be some kind of Falcon related, some sort of aviary related curse.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, give it up for Matt Stafford because he made some crazy plays to actually have him win.
Yeah.
And as a fellow NFC Souther, I can just say,
and you know what?
Nice.
Even with the Lions winning, I don't even care. That's like the NFC North. The Lions are just that team where you're like, you know what? That's fine. Like if it's the Vikings or the Bears, I'm like, I hate them. But the Lions, just like, they're like the little brother.
You know they're not going to do anything. So
yeah, they'll be like, dude, we might get the wild card for the first time in like 15 years. This is gonna be great.
I mean, they are 3-3. They might actually be in the playoffs.
Don't let the Lions trick you. This is what they do every year.
Yeah.
This is the Lions are like the Falcons, but in terms of like winning games towards the end of the season. See, that's what happens.
I still just can't believe they did it again.
I can. Moving on. The Steelers beat the Titans.
Oh man.
barely.
Yeah. The tale of two halves in that one, huh?
It sure was. 24-7 at halftime and 27-24 at the end of the game.
I think the Steelers remembered who they were at halftime. We're like, wait a minute. We like making sure every game is absurdly close for no reason. But really, I watched the highlights back, and it was really more just like kind of some unfortunate interceptions. And like, it actually wasn't like they just threw the game super hard. It was some really kind of unfortunate stuff. I don't actually blame the Steelers for just like the hard throwing in the game. They just
The Titans are a good team.
It was like what two tipped interceptions? Was it two?
Yeah. We had 3 interceptions, but I think 2 were tipped.
Yeah.
And then
I blame a quarterback less for those than.
Well, one of them was really bad. So, but the other 2 were tips though.
Yeah. It's I mean the Titans were just taking advantage of the opportunities, which is what you got to do. Derrick Henry only had 75 yards on 20 carries and a touchdown, which isn't bad, but it's not Derrick Henry's typical day.
Weren't we talking about the Steelers' rush defense?
Their rush defense is nuts, and they're going up against. Oh, I guess we should talk about that when we get to the pick'ems. But I'm excited actually about next week because of that reason.
A.J. Brown, however, 6 catches, 153 yards, and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is good.
Tannehill was getting battered for the second half of this game, though. I mean, he took a beating.
Yeah.
Like the Steelers, for everything that their run defense is, their pass rush is also pretty dang scary. So it's just remarkable that Derrick Henry even got 75 yards on 20 carries. And of course,
I think that just shows that that's a bad day for Derrick Henry.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
That's against like one of the best rush defenses, and he got 75 yards and a touchdown.
But I remember talking to Apollo, like I was like, "Oh, dude, like this game is." I mean, like he was like, I'm not gonna speak for him, but I recall you saying that before the second half started, you were like, "Oh, I don't know." I'm like, "I don't know, man. They look pretty solid." And Apollo was like, "Yeah, it's the Steelers, though."
They like close games, much like another team that we'll talk about in a little bit that likes close games. Steelers like close games. But hey, wins the win, undefeated.
It was a great game to watch.
Yeah, the only undefeated team, the Steelers. With the,
I mean, like one of the first times they've ever been 6-0 or something too, or like only the second time or something. So it doesn't happen often.
Ben Roethlisberger just desperately wants that comeback player of the year award. He wants to
he wants one more Super Bowl for sure.
Yeah.
It was Roethlisberger's interception in the second quarter was his first in his last 137 pass attempts, which was the longest streak without an interception amongst the current starting quarterbacks.
That's wild because he's not he tends to throw some interceptions here or there, like usually.
Yeah, he had before that it was 137 passes before he threw an interception, which is pretty dang good, I gotta say.
Yeah.
It's I'd say it's pretty good.
It's like 3 games.
Yeah. So I mean, still, I think the Titans will probably win the South. I mean, the Colts will compete, but Titans I think they're just the best team in the AFC South. And then the Steelers still in that crazy division where you got
only one game ahead and you're undefeated on
yeah.
That's kind of tough, actually.
That is.
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, apparently it's their second 6-0 start since 1978.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Well, the second one in team history. The first one was 1978.
Right.
Wow. So yeah, 40-something years.
I want to say, like, it seems like the Steelers team is like doing some magic right now, but also, despite the fact that the Titans lost, they look really fucking good this year.
Yeah,
they do look very good.
I think the past couple of years with the Titans, it's always been, for me at least, it's always been like, they're like good in some games, but like, they're inconsistent. They're like consistently, like, they are who they are now. They've got their own identity. They've got their own. I think they might do some things.
Yeah, I mean, they've got an actual solid quarterback now instead of Mariota. So like,
yeah.
Tannehill's consistently been one of the best quarterbacks to lead a mediocre team. I'm not gonna say best quarterback in the NFL, but Tannehill is a good quarterback though. Like he's been good since he played at A&M. Yeah, and it's great to see him like actually leading an NFL team like down and almost beating the top seed in the NFC. I mean, it's great.
Yeah, and let's not lie, he's good. Like right now, he's got 1,600 yards. Almost 70% completion percentage, 68.47, with 15 touchdowns to 2 picks. Like he's doing really well.
Yeah,
he's doing it, and I mean he also he runs the ball too, right? I mean, he's only got 1 rushing touchdown, but still
he's mobile though. I meant AFC, obviously, not the NFC.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean I'm just saying from experience, it is a little bit crazy how just changing your quarterback but keeping the same relative team around a different quarterback makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Titans would definitely be an example of something like that in that situation.
Yeah. No, it was picking up Tannehill's probably the best thing they could have done.
Definitely. Yeah.
So speaking of the things Invicta's talking about, Buccaneers, Raiders. Here we are.
Pirate Bowl, coach. It was one of the best games I've seen since the last best game that I'd seen. I mean, what can you like? The Raiders on that first drive came down the field and like just weren't stopped. I was like, oh boy, this is going to be something. But then Brady and the Bucs come roaring back and do the exact same thing. And like it was like after that they just didn't stop. Like the third quarter was the worst quarter for us. But like I gotta say, the pass that Tom Brady threw in, I believe it was the second quarter, to Scott Miller was one of his top 3 passes of all time. And I know you guys saw that. You must have seen that highlight.
Crazy. He like
it was
dropped it
bullseye.
Right in.
Yeah, I mean, no, like there can't be only a handful of human beings that have ever existed to be able to drop that pass over the shoulder like that, just right on the bullseye. It was crazy. We were like, all of us are watching it. We were like, there's no way he's catching this. Like we were like, yeah, this is just, he's just airing out or whatever. It's like, no, it's actually right on target. Like Miller, he didn't even have to move his hands. It dropped it right in both of them over the shoulder, like on the run. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. And I was just sitting there grinning like a little kid in a candy store. I'm just like, man, this is what Bear was experiencing for many, many years. And it's great.
Entire lifetime.
He's unfortunately on the phone right now, but I would.
Yeah, Bear's on the phone, but
Yeah.
It's been nice
Tom
having
Brady.
the greatest quarterback of all time playing for your team.
it's great. You should try it.
Mr. Ben Roethlisberger. I've been sitting here with Sam Darnold, Mark Sanchez, Smith, fucking Nick Falk, and fucking. By the way, that's like a quarter of the list. So.
Oh, I know. Look, my team always gets beat by the team with the greatest quarterback of all time. So
Yeah.
I'm frustrated.
Well, I don't think that we play each other this year, do we?
We don't. I mean,
Okay, yeah.
I mean, theoretically we could. I mean,
Oh yeah, but
there is one game where it's possible.
me and you were having a celebration if that happens. But it was all around. I mean, it was one of the most solidly rounded games that the Bucs have played in. Dude, I don't know. Brady 369 for 4 TDs. I mean, Ronald Jones had a rushing touchdown. Brady also had had a rushing touchdown. And I'm super happy that I was playing against Bear this week because he also has Tom Brady as his quarterback. And I hope you enjoyed that. Bear.
Looks like I might have come back at just the right moment there. Hey,
The Tom Brady hour.
I was talking about the. Did you see surely you had to have seen the pass to Scott Miller in I believe it was the second quarter, right before the half that Brady pinpointed over the shoulder, like in his hands. I was like, there's only a handful of human beings that have ever existed that could be able to do that like that. It was unbelievable.
we were just talking before you got here too about just the fact that he's still playing at this level at 43, and we're kind of taking it for granted. I feel like because it's fucking incredible, man.
Yeah, really he's not human. I mean, like I even mentioned it because it's the first time I've seen Peyton Manning in a long time, and Peyton's looking old. I mean, he's looking old, and it's like you think about that, and it's like you look at Brady, and Brady looks like Tom Brady. I mean, he's still playing like Tom Brady. It's unreal. It is uncanny. The guy is not human.
Dude, Rob, you got Brett Favre for a year, remember?
Yeah, Rob. Yeah, remember?
Yeah, we let you have Brett Favre for a year.
Wait,
It actually was going super well until he got injured.
Yeah. Wow, he had 22 touchdowns and 22 interceptions. He was Jameson you.
I mean, like we were winning though. Like it was doing, like, things were going well. And then I mean the year after and the year after that were the two Rex Ryan years with Mark Sanchez taking us to the conference championship. That was the last time the Jets were good.
Sorry about that one.
It's not bad. Those years.
Before the internet yells at me, yes, I know that Peyton Manning's only like less than a year older than Tom, but look, basically the same age, all right? There's a big difference between what Peyton Manning's doing right now versus what Tom Brady's doing right now.
I don't even know. I wonder if Tom dyes his hair. He might, but I mean, he's only 43. So who knows? But
the only thing Peyton Manning's doing right now is nationwide commercials.
He ain't doing Papa John's commercials anymore, brother. I tell you that.
But Brett Favre, for instance, he was fully like white-haired completely.
By
the time he came to the Jets.
Yeah.
That's how they kept him around there, is because he was really fond of those cheerleaders, especially one of them.
Actually, now that I say it, though, Tom Brady definitely dyes his hair because he's probably got like plugs and shit, and his like. If you saw pictures of him like now compared to when he came into the league, like his jaw has been changed.
Dude, Tom Brady probably fucking slurps down stem cells. He's still playing at elite level.
Yeah, that's probably how.
Crazy.
Remember when he had Fabio hair?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he looked so goofy.
That was a
like
period.
28-10 or something like that.
I remember. So yeah, that was the Bucks. And
it's
hey,
great.
Another big
Feels
thing for the Bucks. Devin White with 3 sacks.
Yep.
And Antoine Winfield Jr. also had a pick. Which, by the way, I forgot to mention this. I listened to the whole like Aaron Rodgers interview last week, and he was saying when Antoine Winfield Jr. hit him, it like hurt him in the ribs when he went for the touchdown, and he's like, he did the thing where he was like, "Damn, you hit harder than your dad." Because he played against because Antoine Winfield was with the Vikings for like years and years and years. So
that's probably also mentioned before we move on real quick that Brady and of course Gronkowski's starting to really catch fire, and they tied now Rice and Young for the second most touchdown passing duo behind one duo. Can you guys name the duo?
Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning.
Good job, Bear.
Wow.
Right.
Well, he did it. what happened on the other side? Derek Carr did okay. They couldn't run the ball, and Aguilar.
No, they couldn't.
Aguilar had yards. Good for Aguilar.
I feel like the Raiders have had a tough schedule. But maybe I'm
I think
wrong.
they have.
Let's see.
They're still 3-3, but
Yeah, I still think the Raiders are going to be.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh man. Oh boy.
Oh,
yeah, they've
geez.
been a pretty.
God.
Oh, the humanity! It's a win against the Panthers
and the
which
Saints.
is like good, and then win against the Saints, which is like wow, okay, yeah, and then a loss against the Patriots, which now looking back is like, and then
How'd that
a loss against the Bills, which is like okay, I mean yeah, fair enough. A win against the Chiefs, like what? And then a loss against the Bucks, which is like yeah. So I mean that's a pretty tough.
You mean the Southern Patriots?
Yeah, I said pretty much. Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean Raiders
I think they'll bounce back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, depending if their rest of their schedule's good. I won't read that.
I mean, looking at the rest of their schedule, they do have games against the Jets and Falcons, so that's already looking
that's
up.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Broncos, Falcons. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean Raiders. They look like they're set up for a decent run here.
They'll definitely make the playoffs, I think.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about AB? Please tell me you guys talked about
Oh yeah,
AB.
we did talk about AB, and then we wanted to get your opinion.
I hope he gets hit by a truck.
All right, there it is.
Fair.
I think it's just crazy how like the team has got so many weapons already. Like you don't need to risk bringing in crazy Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I don't get it at all.
It's very odd.
Yeah.
It's Tom Brady's thing. Tom Brady wanted it really
He
bad.
wanted him. So, I mean, maybe Brady will keep him in check or something, but we'll see.
The one thing that we were saying earlier is that if it does work, it would be the greatest receiving core since the last one.
Yeah.
Which has been a while though.
It has been a while. I don't know, like the last really amazing receiving core. Packers had a really good receiving core in
Any year
2010.
the Steelers are playing?
Yeah, Steelers basically.
Yeah, but I mean, like this is like legendary kind of because like I feel like Evans is pretty much going to the Hall of Fame. AB probably is going to the Hall of Fame.
No.
I mean, I don't know. With his fucking stats, his stats are actually wild if you look at them.
Yeah,
when he
but
did play football, he was one of the best receivers in football.
Look, no one's going to argue with that, but the fact is the man doesn't play football yet until he suits up.
Well,
and
yeah.
With his off the field antics, the Hall of Fame committee looks hard at that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, maybe
He represents the NFL and the Hall of Fame when you get in. So I would be shocked unless if he does a full 180 and does a turnaround. I'd be shocked if he ended up getting nominated.
All right.
Yeah.
Either
way, it'll be a very strong receiving core.
My real answer is that I'm realistically cautiously optimistic that it works out because if the guy does keep his head on straight and he stops being the Antonio Brown clown show that he's been since the concussion, Tampa's just going to get better with him there. But I personally think that he is going to be washed out because he's not going to Mike Evans is not going to get along with him. I can just already tell you that, like I'm predicting it. And Bruce already has said that me and Bruce are on first name basis, by the way, now. Bruce Arians has already said that if there's anything that goes sideways with his behavior, his performance, his work ethic, anything, he's washed out and is getting cut immediately is what Bruce Arians says. And Gruden is kind of like that as well, but Gruden had like Antonio Brown colored shades, we all saw that at Hard Knocks. Bruce Arians is already on a winning team. He doesn't need to have the patience like that. So I've got no doubt, and plus he's also got way more coaching experience than Gruden. But I have no doubt that Bruce will say get the hell out of here if he starts doing his crazy act. So that's my real answer there. We can move on now.
All right, I'm excited to see how it plays out, especially since it's not my team. So, Chiefs Broncos.
Chiefs good, Broncos bad.
Yes. Broncos are also they've got injuries. Even Phillip Lindsay got injured. They got the receivers are injured. They got defensive end. They're just banged up and trying to hang in there. But Drew Lock's getting the play. So that's good.
Yeah. Is it good? Is it good for the Broncos that he's playing?
I mean, you get to see what he's got.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you got nothing else to do. Might as well throw him out there.
It was a snow game. That was cool.
Yeah, it was a snow game. That was fun. Mahomes, 15 of 23, 200 and a touchdown. They ran the ball. Le'Veon Bell, 39 yards on 6 carries. Mamma mia, he got to play. He got to play football.
I think he's gonna if they work him in more, he's gonna be good because he's gonna be good because he didn't have.
He's gonna be good.
They just didn't use him at all on the Jets, and
especially this week coming up, Rob.
Oh wait, is it us?
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Oh, that'll be. You know what? I do hope he has a particularly good day against us. That would be nice.
That
frankly.
would be fun.
What kind of what would happen if the Jets won that game? What would happen?
Oh,
They beat the Chiefs with Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, I'd be so mad because
They-
you know the owner would come out and be like, "That was an impressive win, and we're reevaluating our decision."
They would have to investigate Le'Veon Bell for voodoo curses at that point because that's the only thing that could have changed that would have made them lose that game.
He was, from day one till he walked out the door, a consummate professional with our organization. Like, that dude was like a fucking passionate leader. He was saying just dope shit all the time, and he was just a good dude. And that was like in the times when, 2 years of Adam Gase, it was fucking horrible. But he never said shit. He just took his paycheck, kept playing the games. It's like he never said shit when Adam Gase ran him up the middle 25 times. It doesn't matter. He was a good dude. I hope he does well on the Chiefs. I hope they win another Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, unless they're playing the Packers.
One's plenty. Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they can do well. See, when you're in the bottom of the division, you're like, I don't give a shit. I want that guy. And we're like, hey, we all have teams trying to win.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of teams trying to win, the Chargers finally won against the Jaguars, 39-29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a really unremarkable game, I think, all things considered.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, look, both QBs look good. I thought,
Minshew was 14-27, 173, 2 TDs, and James Robinson 119 yards and a touchdown. Again, I don't think the Jaguars' offense is the problem. I think it's they traded away everybody on their defense from when it was good. So that sucks for them.
Well, I mean, they might get a good draft pick, which would be good. If
they will.
Hopefully, if they hopefully build around Minshew.
Yeah, and on the other side, Herbert, 347 yards, 3 touchdowns, still looking very good.
He looks good.
And he ran for one on 66 yards rushing. Whew.
Mm-hmm. He's hanging with like the best in the league right now.
Yeah, dude, I was saying, imagine if he went to the Washington football team.
Oh, God.
And they'd be winning the NFC East easily.
That might be Sam Darnold's team next year.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
It might be. Hey, Apollo. Sam Darnold might be your QB.
I've been hearing stuff like that. I don't know.
Where's that coming from?
I mean, people are just like, because people are thinking that he's not going to stay with us, and people are just thinking about which teams are looking for that type of a situation.
Has it been
A player not wanting to stick with the New York Jets? No.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, like, if we get the first overall pick, they'll go QB, and so and Sam Darnold. It's sorry, baby brother, no room.
Poor Darnold, man. I remember the childlike wonder that Rob had when he was drafted.
Yeah,
I think
so
he's
excited.
Good still. I still think he's good if he has any kind of training, and he's like 23, so he's still super young.
Yeah.
So, if he goes to the Steelers, oh my God! If he goes to the Steelers, they could trade. He's so good. Oh,
it'll be like a Tannehill situation.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
I think it would.
He does remind me a little bit of Tannehill, but he also kind of reminds me of Kirk Cousins. So
got a little bit of that in him too.
You got a little Jekyll and Hyde going there.
Yeah,
If it makes you feel better, Rob, I hope nothing but the best for the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, me too, but he ain't gonna be with the team anymore after this year.
No, no, probably not.
It's gonna be a Trevor Lawrence team.
Yeah,
unless they blow it.
They
Which
probably
might.
will, honestly.
But
so.
then there's Justin Fields, I think's the other quarterback. Everyone's hyping up now, so we'll see. But that game happened. 49ers blowing out the Patriots.
What happened,
Ooh.
Paige? What happened? They weren't this. It didn't seem like they were this bad.
Well, that's what happens when Jimmy G comes in and dominates you with 277 and 2 picks. Oh.
Oh. Oof.
I guess Jeffrey Wilson ran for 3 touchdowns and 112 yards. So that's part of it.
I mean, I'm just gonna say, since Bear's not in the call,
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
It's weird because you think like Cam Newton looked pretty good like a couple weeks ago, and everyone like, all right, Patriots, we see you,
Yeah.
and then something snapped, and now it's like, all right, Cam Newton looks terrible. Every player on their team looks terrible. Like,
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
I mean,
what happened?
important to note too, like remember when Tom Brady still had the team? The storyline for like the past 2 or 3 years, I feel like, was like, wow, yeah, they're very depleted, in like all positions. And then that team was taken over by Cam Newton, and a number of the key players on the depleted team, they decided to sit this year, right? So that's the starting with not to mention all the injured players that they have too. So it's not looking great for the Patriots. Plus, they're obviously just missing Tom Brady.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was going back because I was like, how long has Cam Newton even played? He's only played like 11 years.
Yeah.
The draft, he was drafted in. There's Cam Newton went 1. There's Von Miller, Marcel Darius, AJ Green, Patrick Peterson, Julio Jones. The Titans took Jake Locker, quarterback. Jaguars took Blaine Gabbert.
Oh, Blaine Gabbert.
And right after Blaine Gabbert was J.J. Watt.
Oh, boy.
And then the Vikings took Christian Ponder, the All-Pro.
I remember him.
Yeah. And, man, just looking at some of these names, you're like, wow, that was only 9 years ago.
That was a heck of a draft class, that's for sure.
Yeah, Andy Dalton went in the second round.
Yeah, he did.
Damn.
Cam Newton, like, he has the most rushing yards for a QB, right? Or the second most? I think he has the most. He might have the most.
Yeah.
Of all time, or just?
I think of all time, but
I don't know.
maybe
I'll fact check that. Hang on.
Yeah, fact check that one.
Fact check me, because it's probably Vic if it's not him.
Yeah.
But either way, every rushing yard that he has gained in the NFL, he has paid for with like a big fucking hit. Like, he got the shit kicked out of him for years, man. And I don't know. I mean, that was always kind of the theory, at least with the Panthers, was that like he just got the Christ beat out of him, and it destroyed his body.
Yeah, so Vic is number 1 still, but Cam Newton has the most rushing touchdowns as a quarterback, it looks like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That makes sense. Then the Patriots only had 58 yards rushing. Damian Harris, 10 carries. Cam Newton ran for 19. Jared Stidham came in, threw for 64 and a pick. I mean, honestly, I think the Patriots are they're not good.
They suck is another way to put it.
Yeah.
I swear to God, though, if this season comes to an end and the Patriots somehow get Trevor Lawrence, I'm gonna be real mad. I'm gonna be real mad if they get like a really good QB. I don't care who it is. If they get a high draft pick and get a good QB and it's their guy, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh my God. I'm in the draft time machine now. The year later, I was like, who went in 2012 then? 2012, Nick Foles went in the 3rd round. Russell Wilson went in the third round.
Oh my God.
Kirk Cousins went in the fourth round. And the top 2 picks were Andrew Luck and RG3.
Yeah, and
remember RG3, the man made of glass.
No, that was the year that the fucking the football team took RG3 in the first round and then Kirk Cousins in the fourth.
Yeah,
and everybody was "What are you doing?"
That was an interesting move.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and Tannehill went eighth overall to the Miami Dolphins. And then, oh my God, Cleveland took the great Brandon Weeden.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
The Brandon Weeden.
What's he doing now?
Well, he hasn't played football since the year after 2012.
Nice.
That was it.
Yeah.
Is he trying baseball again, or did he do anything at all?
Well, actually, that's not true. He played 15 games with the Browns, then 8 games with the Browns, then 5 with Dallas, then 6 with 2 teams, then 1 with Houston in 2018 randomly, and didn't work out. So
that was it. He was in case anyone wasn't football aware at that time, he was a 28-year-old rookie or 29-year-old rookie or something like that.
A very old rookie.
Yeah.
It was not the greatest decision to draft him that high.
Yeah, before Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Man, imagine if the Browns had taken Russell Wilson.
Right?
That would have been funny. And franchise changing.
Yep.
So yeah, that actually, I mean, all the teams could have taken Russell Wilson, honestly.
That's true.
Although,
it is important to note that Russell Wilson probably isn't Russell Wilson unless you know a very specific sequence of events happens.
That's the problem with all these things, right? Is you're like, oh man, if only we had that guy. It's like, well, or like, man, if only the Bears got Pat Mahomes. Like, well, Pat Mahomes wouldn't have Andy Reid coaching him up then. You'd have whoever the shit the Bears had, and then maybe he's not that great. And everyone's like, Pat Mahomes is good, but when's he gonna get better? But then you put him in an amazing system like Kansas City, and you're like, wow, he's amazing.
Mark Sanchez went to back-to-back AFC Conference Championships. I'll remind everyone.
Yeah, he sure did.
I'm sorry.
And Jimmy G is still kind of doing Jimmy G things. He just completes passes and doesn't really. He throws picks, and I don't know. I
mean, he's just searching for himself,
Maybe.
It was a bad showing for the Patriots, man.
Yeah.
They didn't look. They just didn't look inspired or anything. I mean, yeah, they've got everything going on with COVID and everything, people just not playing, but still, they just looked really, really bad. And the Niners, I thought the Niners didn't look all that great either, to be honest.
Yeah, they did.
It's I don't know. It's shocking to see the Patriots at 2-4.
Yeah.
I think
it's
the
great.
Niners are at least banged up. They're banged up and injured and stuff. So I mean, I don't know, but
we live in a world where the Jets can win. If they can somehow win 2 games, they'll be tied with the Patriots.
Oh, I hope not.
You're only 2 games back, Rob. You can do it.
God, please do not happen. Please don't put the Patriots ahead of us in the draft picks. I would be so mad. Oh my God.
Then we had
lower the volume on that episode if that happens.
All right, we will do that. I'll make sure of it. Then we had probably the game of the week with the Cardinals.
Game of the year, you mean?
Maybe game of the year.
I think definitely game of the year. That was nuts.
So far.
That was insane.
Do not see another game eclipsing that. That's to me one of the best games I've seen in the last 10 years. It was just a monsterly good game.
It was just constantly back and forth, and then going to overtime, and then then the Cardinals missing the field goal, and the Seahawks driving down, and then the penalty to hold them back, and then he throws a pick again. Russell Wilson threw 3 picks this game.
Yeah.
Can we talk about DK Metcalf?
DK
Metcalf?
Just running down that interception was nuts.
That was Terminator shit.
When a player makes a 90-yard interception return and the only name you're talking about is the guy who made the tackle, it was a good tackle.
It was insane.
who the fuck got the interception? I don't remember his name.
Buda Baker.
Oh yeah, Buda Baker. But who cares? That play was literally DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf is the dude. Remember the combine god.
Yeah.
Who was just who blew away all the combine drills.
Yeah, I think on this show we were like, dude, this guy is insane with the combine stats, but we were like, I think the big question was the combine stats going to transfer over to how he plays?
I know. That was so funny because it was all the fucking all the old NFL smart guys were like, well, I don't know. I think they should probably pick him late in the first round. He got picked in the second round, right? I'm not so sure if he's really going to be the guy. Oh, turns out he's really good.
And really, really fast. He was almost a dead stop. And Baker picked that off on the run. Already had a 20-yard
10 yards,
I think a 20-yard advantage, something like that. I mean, Metcalf was stopped. He was just walking at that point, and then all of a sudden the pick happens, and this man runs this man down from a 15 to 20-yard head start while on the run, and that is some crazy athleticism.
It's one of those plays that I think a football or someone who hasn't watched a lot of football wouldn't really get. They wouldn't understand. Oh, he just tackled him. I don't get it. But when you watch it, the announcers were just "Are you look at Metcalf?" They were even talking about the interception where they were looking at Metcalf. You could see how fast he was running. It was visually impressive.
It was that scene, and you ever see that shitty Hulk movie with Edward Norton?
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
And then there's that scene where Tim Roth is running really fast past the soldiers. That was DK Metcalf in that run. And these again, I reiterate, whenever people do a cool athletic thing in the NFL, it's very impressive because all of them are superhuman Hercules people. They're not human beings. So doing that, I just watched it, by the way, because I'm watching the highlights. He was on the goal line when he got picked off.
Oh yeah, no, he was taking a walking stride at that point.
The whole 90 yards, man. That whole fucking thing past everyone. He was behind everyone,
and he saved 7 points.
Imagine what goes through Buda Baker's mind when he's got clear as day, just nothing but open field, and then all of a sudden you hear.
You look up at the big board, you look at the screen in front of you, and you see that motherfucker behind you going twice as fast.
I mean, it really is. It's got to be trying to run away from the T1000. What goes through your mind? It's this is a guaranteed pick six, and then you start hearing footsteps, and they're getting closer. Are you kidding? That's got to be nightmarish.
Yeah.
Someone made this meme. I think it's a very good meme. Here we go. Got the old Falcons with a lead, and he's the fourth quarter. I'll link it in the thing. You can all, and then the Cowboys one. He's going the other way.
He's not only going the other way; he's going in the opposite direction towards the wrong sideline. Made by a Cowboys fan, obviously.
Yep. It's insane. Just a freak athlete. So
probably the most entertaining game of the year by far, I would say.
No doubt. So wait, they that's their first game they played. They haven't played 2 games yet, right?
And important to note, fucking Kyler Murray kept up with Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
he looked real good.
He threw a bad pick, a bad pick. But
he did throw a bad pick, but he
Russell
did.
Wilson threw 3.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
they were all pretty bad.
He overall outperformed Russell Wilson. He ran for a touchdown. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 less picks, 360 yards to Wilson's 388 yards. Although Wilson did have some crazy throws for touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins had 103 yards and a touchdown. Who even wants that guy on your team?
Yeah, why did you give a second-round pick for him? Why not?
I've got to use toothpick here for that guy.
I didn't like him in the locker room, so I just got rid of him. It's not he's not Antonio Brown or something. What the shit?
How did that happen? How wasn't there if I was in any way above Bill O'Brien, I would be there needs to be a DeAndre Hopkins alert, some sort of alarm that, bug the whole studio. We're getting rid of Bill O'Brien before we get rid of DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
They didn't do it.
Yeah, they did. They did not do it. So good for the Cardinals. They got
real good.
And he's playing great. So it's kind of funny. Remember in the combine, they had like Rich Eisen running the combine. They have him next to DK Metcalf's combine, and you can just see how insane this flies past him at the end. Which actually, Rich Eisen, he's not doing too bad for like a 50-year-old guy.
Yeah, he's a Jets fan.
Oh wow, so he's depressed as well.
Oh yes, it's actually hilarious. Like he's had some good breakdowns over the Jets.
That is funny.
And he's a normally well composed individual. It's pretty good.
That is good. Maybe I'll follow him on the Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, he's good.
Then we had my favorite game of the week, my lock. The Rams beating the Bears easily. My favorite lost lock I've ever had.
Magic's
finally, they did it. They played the way they were supposed to.
I had to sacrifice my lock of the week, but it was worth it. So if anybody watched this game or didn't watch this game, let me tell you some fun stuff. Bears offense looked like ass. It was awful. Granted, Rams defense very good, but doesn't matter because the Bears offense has been ass, and now it got exposed for the ass that it is.
What an ass it is.
Yep. Nick Foles threw 2 picks, including one in the red zone that was very bad. Allen Robinson, 70 yards. Montgomery, 48 yards, 14 carries. They got sacked a bunch. And the only touchdown the Bears had was a defensive touchdown. Who would have guessed it? Meanwhile, the Rams actually looked pretty solid. Like, they got stopped for a while by the Bears defense, but I think the Bears defense just constantly being out there, it just started to wear them down. And you could tell because Goff just started picking them apart. And there's a throw, I think it was to Malcolm Brown, actually it might have been Josh Reynolds or Gerald Everett, and they threw it to him, and the Bears didn't even tackle him. They were like, let him score. Because they were so demoralized from the offense just not doing anything.
Yeah.
And Leonard Floyd, ex-Bear, they actually cut him this year because it was his 5th-year option. They just let him go. Granted, he was kind of playing shitty, but he had 2 sacks against him, so he was out for a revenge game. Jalen Ramsey had a pick. Taylor Rapp had a pick. Aaron Donald was going crazy, as he does.
Aaron Donald.
Yep. And this game shouldn't have surprised many people. I mean, the Bears, they're still competitive, but it's because of their defense. And it boils down to, I think the Bears are a good team, but I don't think they're what they are right now.
Yeah. And which is going to be bad for their draft position, probably.
That's actually
you never
what they were all
saying.
saying.
8-8. You never want to be the 8-8.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Especially when you want, a quarterback or now the biggest problem with the Bears isn't even Nick Foles isn't bad, but their offensive line, they have a Cowboys problem. They have an awful offensive line. It's really bad, and it doesn't help anything. And there's an NFL, where is it? An NFL.com Reddit post that said that Nick Foles does not agree with Matt Nagy's play calling. They said,
I saw that.
Yeah, Brian Greasy just said that Nick Foles told ESPN crew that sometimes Nagy sends in a play call and Foles already knows it won't work because he won't have enough time after the snap.
Ooh.
So that's bad.
Calling out the coach and the whole O-line at the same time.
Yep.
That's bold.
That's not good, which is, I love it. But yeah, that was my favorite. Plus, dude, the Rams punter, Johnny Hecker, is insane. Insane. He was he had a 63-yard punt that bombed into the air, and then they just caught it the 6. He was making crazy punts, trick shot punts, they're nothing.
I think he was the guy that I was reading about that I read about him a year ago or 2 years ago or something. I think I was talking about it on the podcast of him doing different punts. It was only the past couple of years that they've actually started doing weird ways to kick the punt, and I think Johnny Hecker is like one of the trailblazers in that, because they have like
Interesting.
4 or 5 different kinds of punts now that have different kind of, because
Yeah.
the ones that you would have the regular, you would have like a kick one with backspin, so it bounces back. Like that was always the main punt, but now they have like a bunch of different kinds that they do. So
it's interesting. Well, we should look more into punting in the coming weeks when we can become the punt experts.
Punting.
Yeah, punting. Who punts?
Punting.
And those are the games of the week. So now we'll kick it over for the NFL Power Rankings.
Thank you, Coach Crendor. Power Rankings ready to rock and roll for Week 8, Coach. Now, we've had a bit of a shakeup in the top 5, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
There's been some movers and doers, and I will say that 3 of us are very happy right now. One of us is currently, well, out of the 4 of us here, is probably not going to be realistically happy about this, but can we go through the top 5 of the Power Rankings, starting with Robert?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep. Coach?
Packers.
Yep. Apollo?
Steelers.
Yep. Back to Robert.
Is it perchance the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Yep. And Coach Crendor with the dunk.
Could it be the? Actually, this
is tough. There's 2 teams and it's one of them, but which one is it?
Is it the?
It's the Bears.
Stand back. He's gonna blow.
Seahawks.
That is incorrect. Apollo.
Well, I'd actually even consider the Seahawks. I was thinking Ravens or Titans. I'm gonna say, because they had a bye week, I'm gonna say the Ravens.
That is correct. The top 5 in the NFL in order: Chiefs, Steelers, number 1 and 2. Didn't change from last week. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are number 3 in the power rankings. Coach Crendor 5 and 2. It's great to see it. We gotta read Dan's write up really quickly, because we're just never going to see this again. Probably. We know the Bucs have a championship caliber defense, but what would happen if you paired that elite unit with peak level Tom Brady? The GOAT passed it like it was 2007 on Sunday, rolling up 369 for 4 touchdowns in a blowout of the Raiders in Vegas. Speaking of crank back the clock performances, Rob Gronkowski is knocked off the rust and starting to play a bit like the guy who tore apart the league with Brady back in their New England days. And while Gronk partied, the defense made life hell for Derek Carr, who was completely stymied by Devin White and company as the Buccaneers pulled away in the second half. This is the best team in the NFC, Coach, is what Dan actually said on the Bible of the internet.
Then why'd they lose to the Bears?
Rounding out, nope, Coach, doesn't matter. We beat the Packers. That's all that matters. Number 4 is going to be the Ravens, who didn't move, and then the Packers moving up 2 spots to climb back into the top 5, with the bottom of the top 10 being the Seahawks at 6, Titans at 7, falling 4 spots. Not the fattest doink, by the way. Buffalo Bills, Rams both stayed 8 and 9, and then the Saints also stayed at number 10. Now here we go. Starting it off right here with Coach Crendor. Coach Crendor. True or false? The Las Vegas Raiders have fallen out of the top 15 after losing to the best team in the NFC Central.
False.
And really the NFC, period. And the NFC South.
False.
And just the NFC.
False.
That is incorrect. The Raiders barely clung on to the top 15 spot by sitting at the 15th position, dropping down 2 spots from 13 to 15, and they're doing all right. It's okay. It's it's not as.
I meant to say that they were in the top 15.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, yeah,
you did though, didn't you?
That's what I don't know. I don't know who
No,
I am anymore.
I said true or false. They are out of the top 15.
Yeah, and he said false.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. No.
That's
Look,
what I meant.
he was right. I'm trying to give him
was
credit
right.
here. All right.
All right. Well, here you go, Apollo. This one's for you then.
Shit.
Apollo, true or false? The Raiders, despite still being in the top 15, are ranked above the Chicago Bears.
Oh, that is.
Oh,
I would like to think that is false.
That is incorrect. The Raiders at 3-3 are ranked higher than the 5-2 Bears, which have dropped 5 spots from the number 11 spot to the 16 spot, 5 spots. Still not the fattest doink, by the way. The Chicago Bears, the Bears had an opportunity on Monday night to show America that their fast start wasn't a fluke. Instead, a 24-10 loss to the Rams reinforced everything the doubters assumed. This is an average team with a very good defense and a deeply mediocre offense. Thank you, Coach Crandor. Now, Robert, this one's for you. Rob, true or false? The New York Jets, your New York Jets, have finally moved out of the 32nd rank in the NFL on the NFLPowerRankings.com Bible of the Internet Power Rankings, Rob.
Why? No, false.
That is absolutely correct. The Jets are still number 32, and we got to read the Dan Hanzus write-up here just because it gets better and better as the 0-7 Jets have stayed at the 32nd rank. Adam Gase relinquished play-calling duties to offensive coordinator Dowell Logains on Sunday, but the results were about the same in an 18-10 loss to the Bills. We saw an early spark as the Jets jumped out to a 10-0 lead in the second quarter, but the offense was shut down completely after halftime in another grim performance. Sam Darnold was sacked 6 times through 2 interceptions in his return from his shoulder injury, and the Jets managed 4 total yards in 16 plays in the second half. With the Jets barreling toward the number 1 pick, overall pick, the clock is ticking louder than ever for Darnold. He'll need to play significantly better in the final 9 weeks to stay in New York's long-term plans.
There were a lot of memes about the 4 yards in the second half thing. Yeah,
yeah,
4 yards.
Definitely was something. Now I got to say before we get to the fattest doink and the thinnest dink, this is for the group here that's left. By the way, Bear left a while ago. Everyone, he wasn't feeling well.
Yeah,
if we didn't say it already. True or false? The Dallas Cowboys have now fallen out of the top 29 spots in the NFL. Starting with Rob, true or false?
False.
Coach?
False.
I'll say true.
One of you is correct.
Oh.
And that one is Apollo. The Dallas Cowboys are ranked 30th now in the NFL Power Rankings, beating only the Jaguars and the Jets. And yes, you guessed it, the Washington football team are ranked higher, as well as the Giants, than the
Washington
2-5
playoff football team.
If that happens, Coach, it's going to be.
I hope they win the Super Bowl. That was my prophecy. Remember,
it was your prophecy.
Prophesied several teams. So
yeah, I mean, well, it's you gotta hope for something, Rob. Now, going over here, starting with Robert. This team for the fattest doink is going to be around the horn. The team with the fattest doink has dropped 6 spots. 6 spots for the first time ever. This is also possibly, well, I don't want to give it away, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Robert, which team has the fattest doink, starting with you, dropping 6 spots in the NFL Power Rankings on the NFLPowerRankings.com Power Rankings, Rob?
And you said it wasn't the Bears or the Panthers. Or not the Panthers. You didn't say.
The
You
Cowboys.
said somebody else. Cowboys.
That's true.
Ooh, is it the Patriots? Oh, wait, you maybe said it wasn't the Patriots either. Well, that's my guess.
Coach?
Yeah, I think the Patriots.
I was also going to say the Patriots.
It is indeed the New England Patriots. The Patriots have dropped 6 spots. Now being ranked the lowest that I've
on so many levels.
ever seen them ranked, falling from 12th to 18th spot in the NFL Power Rankings for the fattest doink. The first time, by the way, in this podcast history that the Patriots have ever been the victim of the fattest doink. Now we go to the thinnest dink. The team that has risen the most. This team has risen 4 spots, going from the 17th spot to the 13th spot, starting with Robert.
That's tough, and you put me on the spot, and I'm not sure. Oh, is it? Wait, what? The which spot from the which?
They've gone from the 17th spot to the 13th spot this week, rising 4 spots.
The Dolphins.
Coach?
I'm gonna go with the. Wait, what was the spots again?
Oh my god! All right, Apollo.
Oh man, Miami was probably a good guess. I was gonna guess something else, but when you said that, I was like, you know what? That's not bad. I'll agree with you. I think you changed my mind.
Oh,
I'm gonna say Dolphins as well.
I'm gonna go Browns.
Well,
No?
you're wrong. You're both wrong anyway. It's going to be the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners, the other team that actually beat, I mean, surprise, surprise, the fattest doink and the thinnest dink were in the same game this week. The Niners have jumped from 17th to 13th now at 4-3, beating out teams with better records than most notably the Indianapolis Colts at 4-2, and of course the Bears at 5-2. And that is going to do it for the Power Rankings on the NFLPowerRankings.com Power Rankings. Back up to Coach and Rob and Apollo in the booth. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. So can someone check that horn? It's not working anymore. I think the batteries are starting to die, I think. We good? Someone check the wiring on that, please.
Nope, no wiring to be checked. We're all good here.
There sounds to be a cow of some kind in there.
Well, the only cow around here is the NFL Pick'ems.
Holy cow.
That's right.
We're here every Wednesday or Thursday,
Whenever the thing goes up. Tuesday.
Whenever Krendor uploads them.
Yeah, but we're here every Tuesday generally.
Yeah.
So, we've got a big-time Thursday nighter game. How will the Falcons blow this one versus the Panthers?
It's going to be a close game again, man. That's the worst part.
It is, and I can't wait to see how they lose it.
I'm
going to
taking
go
the Panthers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't see how anyone in the world would take the Falcons at this point.
I'm taking the Falcons.
What?
I'm taking the Falcons.
Oh, all right. Well, he did it.
He admitted.
Look, it's a meme, but like, I still don't think they're horrible, and
I don't
I
think they're
think they
horrible
could
either.
very easily win this game. So I'm going to take the Falcons.
Hang on, did we accidentally have like a matrix loop or something? I could swore. Let's see. Oh, Apollo, the script from last week. I think that they will eventually do it. Said Apollo last week. So yeah, we might be seeing the same script here.
Interesting. I mean, they could do it. He's not wrong.
I think they could do it.
I think Teddy Bridgewater is Teddy Bridgewater,
Yeah, I think
and he's going to do it.
I think the Panthers are actually a pretty solid team. I think they're going to win, but I do think the Falcons will be competitive.
It's actually not true at all. It was Bear who said that. It wasn't because
Oh.
Apollo picked the Lions last week.
Classic.
All right. Well, then we had. Well, we didn't have it, but we have Vikings, Packers.
Packers.
I'd like to lock the Packers.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a divisional game. It's a little risky.
It
but,
is a little risky, but I mean, they're trading away their defense, so.
Yeah, they're 1-5. Like, this is shit went real bad real quick for the Vikings.
It did.
And the Packers are going to be fired up from that beatdown that they did on Houston.
Oh,
so.
yeah, they're feeling good. Plus, like, we had a bunch of injured players out still, so they'll probably be coming back. Titans, Bengals. I'm going to lock the Titans before anyone else can.
You son of a bitch. I was going to do that.
That was my other lock, but I figured you guys were going for it. So.
I mean, you could always double lock. We've done
No,
that.
that's cowardice.
It is kind of cowardice, yeah.
And no one's allowed to lock the game after this. I'm saying that right now. That's no fair.
Wait, how do you guys know what order this is in? Bless you.
Well,
I'm just looking at the schedule.
NFL.com games.
Oh, I'm on the NFL.com schedule.
Yeah,
Well, I
the
mean,
next-
I look at like NFL and then I hit Google and it brings up all the games.
No one's picking the Bengals here, right? I mean,
Yeah, I don't
right,
think
right,
anyone's
right.
picking
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the
That's-
Titans.
that's
yeah,
Titans,
so
yeah.
that's
Okay.
definitely the Titans, yeah.
Jets, Chiefs.
I'll be taking the Chiefs, and I won't be locking because I'm not a coward.
Rob.
Excuse me. First of all, I'm 0-7.
You're legally allowed to. It's still
Yeah,
makes
that's what I'm
you a
saying.
coward. I
You're
just
allowed
don't
to.
begrudge you for it.
Oh, all right.
You are a coward.
You know what? I'll rally back on this one. We'll see. Maybe I'll lock it.
All right.
But I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
we-
obviously taking the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'll be taking the Kansas City Chiefs. to win this one.
I mean, that's
All
good
right.
money, I think.
Yeah, I'd say it's good money. Colts, Lions.
Good game. Good
Trap game. Trap
Yeah.
game right here.
I'm gonna take the Lions.
I don't think it's a trap. I think it's a very close matchup.
Yeah.
I think the Lions will take this one.
I'm gonna take the Colts.
I'm also gonna take the Colts.
Yeah.
Split.
I have a very bad. I feel like next week they're gonna on the stats. I'm gonna hear about my record with the Lions. I feel like I picked the Lions poorly.
Oh God, I switch it to the Colts then. Get me away from Rob.
Well,
Get me away from Rob.
I mean, I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's not. What if I'm like 100% with the Lions?
All right, I switch back to Lions. I take Lions.
Steelers, Ravens. Ooh.
Actual game of the week.
Actual game of the week. Can they flex this to Sunday night instead of the Cowboys?
It's on 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we not have that?
It's, they're playing on Thursday night later, I think, the Steelers and Ravens. But here's the thing. On paper, the Steelers should win this game every time. But we're talking about the Steelers and the divisional game. And so I'm going to go...
Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going to go with my current strategy, which is to pick the other team. That way I can never be sad. I will pick the Ravens.
It's been working out so far.
Yeah, no, now I'm kind of getting superstitious. Like maybe I need to keep picking against them so they keep winning as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're only going to get back, get down 16 games on the pick'ems. That's not that much, all things considered.
I'll trade that for an undefeated season.
I will take the Steelers.
Yeah, going Steelers. I think it's an easier choice than Apollo maybe making it seem to be believed. But he knows his team better than I do, so.
I don't know, man.
No, I'm saying the Steelers should win. I'm saying they're the right pick. I'm just saving that for my own sanity. If I pick the Ravens, at least I have something to cheer for.
I'm just saying.
They lose.
I'm saying for like us, all of us saying for sure the Steelers are going to win this would be surprised. I feel like I have to pick the Ravens because I don't think it's that. Like, I mean, I think the Steelers are probably going to win, but I don't know. It's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
It's a divisional
Against,
game.
The best
Ravens
running
at home.
defense.
Yeah, that's true.
And the worst ranked pass offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
32nd, the Ravens, apparently.
Are they really?
I think so.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
We talked about it last week.
Not good.
Oh, that's rough.
And that's the Steelers' one weakness.
I'll take the Steelers.
All right.
This could go either way though.
Rams, Dolphins, 2 a time.
Another good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Dolphins too.
Wait. This is the Tua starting, right?
Yeah, it's 2 a start.
Okay, never mind. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I'm going with Rams.
I don't know.
I'm going Tua Magic, dude. Dolphins.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, don't sleep on what's his face on the
Don't sleep on that
the
guy.
I'm sleeping on right now.
They besmirched Fitzmagic, and now it's a curse, so they must lose this game.
It's possible.
That's
How many guys are you sleeping on over there?
It's the wide receiver.
Okay.
Devontae Parker.
Devontae Parker, yeah. See, I was gonna do the Packers one, who has now been stricken
Devontae
from my mind.
Adams.
I mean, you sleep on so many guys these days. We just lose count and track of them
sleep
all.
a lot of people, yeah. But Devontae Parker's really good. So
Yeah. By the way, fun fact: only 2 guys are averaging above 100 yards receiving a game. One's Devontae Adams, 112. One's DeAndre Hopkins, 100.
oh shit.
Just
Who'd
a little
want
fun
that guy?
fact. Yeah, who'd want that guy on their team, especially their fantasy team?
Yeah.
Patriots, Bills.
The Bills.
Bills.
Incredibly, the Bills.
I'll be taking the Buffalo Bills.
Nice.
Wait, who'd you pick for that one?
Bills, Raiders.
Another good game.
Browns.
This is a good game.
Fuck, I don't know. I'm taking the Raiders.
I got the Raiders easy.
I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Browns.
Oh,
You know what?
he's doing it.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
They're
too.
both doing it, which means the Bears probably going to join them as well.
Yeah.
Bears on the Browns. Look, given that we've already talked about the Raiders schedule, and I think that they're going to be looking for an absolute slaughter fest revenge
Keep in
game
mind,
after the Bucks.
Browns, almost all the Browns wins are NFC West.
Yeah, that's another thing. So.
And their losses are like really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raiders got
But
this.
on the other hand, is Nick Chubb coming back? Probably not
I
next
don't
week.
know. They still got
I
Kareem
mean-
Hunt.
NFC East or whatever.
They're
Still
at
got Kareem
home.
Hunt.
They're at home. That's a bright side.
I still
know?
think the Browns are a decent team. I think they can.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think I think this is going to be a tough game. I think this could kind of actually go either way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop a score prediction out there. Actually,
All
I
right.
think this is gonna be like 27-10.
Ooh.
Raiders.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa, whoa,
I'm gonna
whoa.
say this one is 34-30 Browns.
I'm gonna say this one is 40-33
Oh my goodness.
Browns.
I'm not going to say a score.
All right.
Whoa, this
Fair
guy's crazy.
Oh my god.
Actually, no, 40-35. 33 is kind of a weird number. 35.
Oh,
All
my
right.
God.
He admitted it.
Then we have the Chargers-Broncos. Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah. It's,
All right.
Yep.
Maybe it'll be another snow game.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Saints-Bears.
Saints. Yeah.
These are the easy ones. We're getting to the easy
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
What? Sinvicta?
Bears.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Crazy hamburger.
Oh my god. All right.
This
For-
is horrible.
There's no
This one
It's crazy. No.
That's a crazy
no
crazy.
justification, no nothing. Just Bears.
Yeah,
I don't pick the Saints, Rob. How
True,
many
he
times do
doesn't.
I got to say it?
that's true.
fair, actually. Yeah.
49ers, Seahawks. I'll
Man,
take
this
the
would've been-
Seahawks.
This would have been
Seahawks.
easier. They should, right? Like they should win,
It's
but it's
a-
a
I mean-
divisional game.
I think they're going to be mad from last week. That's the main reason why.
Yeah.
They need to
Angry,
come
you're
back.
taking Angry Russell. I'll take Angry Russell
Yeah.
then. If
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Versus like a kind of stinky Jimmy G.
Yeah. He's definitely he's like Whole Foods cheese aisle right now. You walk past, you're like, but there's still some people like, hey, if you eat that, it's not bad. Cowboys, Eagles, Sunday night game of the week.
I'm gonna lock the Eagles.
Wow. That is great.
Ooh, I'm gonna take the Eagles too, yeah.
I'm gonna. Oh God, I don't know. Eagles, I guess.
You can't possibly take the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's the all right.
They're
Eagles.
playing Ben DiNucci.
Yes.
Ben
He's gonna make him
DiNucci.
a pizza pie.
I mean, they are on like their 19th string quarterback. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
yeah,
fine.
Eagles.
All right.
Easy lock coming up for you here, Rob. I know you haven't got one yet. Just if
Yeah,
you
and
want.
Savicta's already got his, right?
Yeah.
I sure do.
All right.
Buccaneers, Monday Night Football, Giants.
Woo!
Well,
I'll take the Bucks.
Yep.
they'll take the Bucks, but I think there's a potential for a Bears problem here. I could see a Bears issue on this
Trap
one for the
game?
Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse
If they
me.
did it to the Bears, they can do it to the Giants. But
Yeah.
I'm still taking the Bucks.
Tom Brady, I think maybe we'll see if he has like, you know.
Giants
some
almost
kinda-
beat the Steelers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And they
he
almost
might
beat
have
the
some
Bears.
drama with the Giants, to be honest. So
Are you guys high?
you careful, careful.
they'll
mean,
clip it.
I mean, what
I
games
don't know
have you
if
guys
you ever
been
heard of a
watching?
trap game before.
This is the freaking Giants we're talking about, not the Bears.
Dude, I'm telling you, these trap games, they hit hard, dude.
They hit
This is
hard.
the easiest lock. I'll put another 50
Remember
subs on this
last
game.
year when I was like Titans over Patriots? You're like, you're
Who's-
out of your mind.
who
And they
wants,
won.
who wants to bet me 50 subs on this game?
I
ain't betting
don't.
shit because the Bucks are supposed to win, but I'm
Yeah, the
just
Bucks
saying,
are gonna
don't be
win.
surprised if it doesn't go that way.
I might put
The-
$10 on this and make $1 million.
Well, you can go for that, but I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on this one.
All right. Well,
I still need to lock.
okay.
do.
And now here's the thing.
Yep.
I could take the easy lock against my team.
Yep.
I could take. I think a relatively easy lock with the Buccaneers.
Yep.
Now here's the thing. I don't know if I've ever been able to do this. I can take a lock against the Patriots. I'm not sure if I've ever done this. And now it's a little bit riskier because
it's a little. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, Bills didn't look too hot.
I agree, but I mean, how many times does this opportunity present itself?
That's true.
0.
I don't know if I've ever done it. I feel like I wish we could phone a friend, but I'm gonna lock the Bills.
Yeah. Woo. Actually, I think I locked the Bills against the Patriots last year.
That might be true. I'd probably have locked somebody against the Patriots out of spite, frankly, but
that's true.
Well, but it would feel good to win a lock against the Patriots.
That's true, yes. In fact, I think when I did lock the Bills, or maybe I just picked them, but they did almost win before losing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's half the battle. Yeah. Well, that's it for this week in football. So thanks for listening and watching. We'll be back next week. And I don't know. That's all I got. See you next time. Goodbye.
That's Star Wars, Rob.
All right.